Right, so I'm going to try and reconstruct a button. So this has come out of my latest machine, and quite honestly, the buttons are an absolute mess. I've just had to wash them all and clean them all, take them all off. The fascia plate's a bit of a mess as well. I guess the good news is that the artwork wasn't. Now a lot of people probably going to buy themselves new buttons if something like this has happened. So if you get to a world where, as you can see there, the button's actually snapped in two, this holder, they're probably going to go down the route of trying to source new buttons for it. Now, you don't necessarily need to source new buttons for it, assuming you can get it back together again. So if you can find out, for example, where it goes together and you can marry it all back up again, it must be there, you should, with a bit of decent super glue, make sure it's dry of course, so I've just washed this, you should be able to, at the very least, get a good contact and get it back together again. So I'm just going to glue around the inside of it. It happens, unfortunately, where, certainly in the older days when they get older, that the plastic just stops working. It's just not as good as it once was. Some of these machines are 20 odd year old and they've took a bit of an hammering. You know, the machine this has come out of 22-year old. It's not exactly new. And yeah, I could probably go on eBay, try and source another one. I could look for in the spares. I could try and source another one there as well, but this should hold together. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little hairline crack just at the top of the button as well, so I'm going to probably just prise that open and give that, there you go, you should be able to see that there. Give that a bit of glue in as well. It's just where the buttons took a bit of an hammering. It'll be off somebody rather than, you know, it just wearing away. It's just people, unfortunately, and they will. Just give them a bit of stick, you know. And the problem is that I guess a lot of you guys are like me, have got really, really old units, and it's not easy to source parts. I mean, I'm quite lucky. I can generally make a phone call and get somebody to sort me out with something if I need it. But the reality of that is that sometimes you're going to struggle, and I think it's a lot easier to try and find some way of improvising to rebuild something, rather than get into a world with it where you're having to pay through the nose for bits and pieces that people have got lying about in sheds and garages, when you don't actually have to. So, like I said, that should now, there you go, it's back together as a solid button again, and it will work. And all it took was just a bit of super glue and a little bit of time and a bit of cleaning to actually get that to pieces so that I could rebuild it. You'll find a lot of people, like I said, don't try this. They just spend money where they don't need to, or they don't know how to take a button apart, and it is literally the simplest thing in the world to do. It's just a matter of you learning how to do it and then doing it. So anyway, I hope this helps. Cheers.